Hey guys, it finally went live. Trying to get my iPad set up. Anyways, hopefully everybody had a good holiday, and I gotta make sure I can see my chat on my iPad, because it's funny, the iPad messages will show up first before the live chat messages on my screen. So that's one reason why I use that, even when I'm live streaming. Just got a nice, hot, fresh cup of Nope. I did a first impressions video at like noon. So that's what bronzer, highlight, eyes, all from the same brand. Lip color is the Ofra Story liquid lipstick from Samantha March's collab. Mascara is the e.l.f. That I got from that Trend Mood box that I bought. I'm liking that. But yeah, lots of stuff on my face. So I finally got to test out a palette that I've had for a little while, but I had not like used it on camera yet. I have used it, but not on like camera. I had used it in like holiday looks, but people didn't realize I was using it because I had gotten it in as like a trade, and I hadn't like had time because I was so busy filming all the holiday looks. I didn't have time to sit down and do a dedicated first impressions. So it was kind of like a first-ish impressions video today, and I tested out a bunch of new products on my face. Go short. Oh, yeah. Hey. What you doing? My kitty just came and laid down with me. Aw. You tired of the doggy bed? He's been laying on the dog bed. The other day, the dog got up for just a second, and I put a blanket on the floor so that, you know, they each had somewhere to lay out here that was soft. And, hi, Bob. Bye, Bob. He got up off the other bed. As soon as the dog got up, she like got up to stretch and get water, and then went to go back on her bed, and she couldn't because somebody else was on her bed. He literally got up and moved from the bed he was laying on to her actual dog bed. I'm like, you turkey, get the hell off her bed. What are you thinking? So, yeah. It is what it is. I'm in the middle of getting description boxes and stuff done for videos to go up on my channel. So that's why, if you see me like looking around and stuff, that's what I'm currently doing. My videos that I edited back in, or I filmed back in October, but I didn't get them edited until this past month. So I'm trying to get caught up. And I finally bought World of Warcraft's Shadowlands expansion. And it's been since August since I had played, but it had been over like a year and a half since Dad had played, because some of his tunes, I don't know. Oh no, I'm in the wrong guild. I'm on the wrong tune right now to look. But let's see. I do think he's in this guild. Okay, his tune that's in this guild, just in case I need to, you know, be let in or something. It says 1 year. It hasn't been online in 1 year. And I know that some of his other tunes, he hasn't been online in like a year and a half. Sometimes even, some of them were even like 2 years it had been since he had logged into WoW. And for whatever reason, he kept like, we were live streaming Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. I was live streaming on Twitch, and I live streamed one day for like 6 solid hours. The next day was like 8 hours, and the day after that was like 12 hours live stream. So yesterday I took off from live streaming because I've been live streaming almost every day on Twitch since like the 24th. So yesterday I took off, and we played from like 11 o'clock in the morning all the way up until I was on until like almost 3 o'clock this morning, talking to my friend Randy, who lives in the Carolinas. He's merging his guild in with ours right now. And it's funny, his guild basically is him and his daughter, and my guild is basically me and my dad. So we're now officially a father-daughter guild. But, you know, it is what it is. But he and his daughter have like multiple accounts, and the only people on in his guild anymore were basically him and his daughter. So he's like, I'd rather be on, you know, in a guild that has at least more than just us playing. And I was like, well, it's only us two in this guild, but you're welcome to join. I mean, he already had like 2 other characters in our guild anyways, but basically our guild is like, I used to run a guild on another server that had like 1,500 people in it. So I don't want to do that again. Too much time and effort to do events and raids and keep things like fresh and get people involved and trying to get people on at the same time to do anything. I would rather just rip my hair out and or shave it bald than to do that again. No. And I had some really amazing officers in the guild. So it wasn't that I had like crap people helping me. I had some amazing people that were helping me. But the thing is that even with all that help, we still had our issues. So I just don't want to have to do all that stuff again. It was too much work to do. So it'll be nice to have at least a couple more people in our guild. And one of my friends who doesn't play very much on my server anymore he still has a couple characters in my guild. So it's no biggie to me. It would be nice to have more people to play with, but some of these bigger guilds, there's so much stuff that goes on in them and a whole lot of like inappropriate behavior. And then you got kids telling adults what to do. And you're like, no. So, I mean, the majority of people that are playing WoW are over 20, but there are some guilds that you get into and the guild leader's like 15 and you're like, nope, I am not taking orders from no 15-year-old. It ain't happening. I'm old enough to be their mother 3 times over. Nope. So, yeah. Oh, and one of the things that we ordered from Walmart for the house, we ordered that pots and pans set and then the like extra baking trays so that I could use them to do baked chicken. Well, the baking tray said that they were delivered like weeks ago. Said it was delivered. And it never arrived. So, of course, I contacted Walmart and said, hey, I was home. This never showed up. Well, the day after Christmas, it showed up. That's what the box is right there on top. It finally showed up. But this box in front of it, they said that they were going to send out a replacement. And the replacement that they sent out was another kit of the pots and pans, not the baking sheets. So we finally got the baking sheets that we were missing. And now we have a brand unopened box, spanking new box of pots and pans that are exactly the same as the other ones, I'm sure, but I haven't opened it yet. So now I have 2 sets of pots and pans. I'm like, the hell are we going to do with 2 sets? I got to make room for these. So I'm going to end up having to tear apart the entire kitchen and try and figure out where we're going to put what, who, what, where, why, and when kind of thing. Because we've got my old pots and pans that I've had since I was like 18. And then we have the pots and pans that were left here when my mom and dad got divorced. That this was stuff that she didn't want to take. She took all the good stuff and left the stuff that she didn't want in the kitchen. So we've got all kinds of like mismatched stuff, and some of it just needs to go away. But some of them are like really nice older pots and pan sets that, you know, the ones that have like varying sizes and, you know, matching lids and all that kind of stuff, kind of like our Corel dishes. So yeah, I don't know what we're going to do with all these pots and pans now, but let's see. The other thing I wanted to talk about was I'm going to try and continue to upload every day until the end of the month. as like I had said that I would try and do like either everyday uploads or every other day, and then live stream on the days that I do not upload. Now I know I had a video go up today. I scheduled one already for tomorrow. It's a painting video. And for whatever reason, the video that went up yesterday went up at like 5 a.m., even though I had it set to go up at 11 a.m. And I had comments when I first woke up yesterday. I had comments from like multiple hours before. And I sent him a message and I was like, what time did that video go up? Because I knew Michael was working overnight and he doesn't get off work till like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. He goes, I think it went up at 5 a.m. I'm like, what? So yeah, the video that was not supposed to go up until 11 yesterday went up at 5 a.m. Don't know why. I had it scheduled for 11 a.m. And the reason why I moved my upload time from like noon to 11 a.m. is two reasons. One is there's a YouTube metric now that shows you like what the best day and time is to upload. And some days it's like 10 o'clock, some days it's 10:30, some days it's 11, some days it's like 1 p.m. So I just figured I would start uploading at 11 o'clock. And I was initially doing at like 5 p.m. and then I moved it to like 9 a.m. so that people in Europe could watch the videos. And then they told me that they would just watch it when they had time kind of thing. So it didn't matter when I uploaded it. And then I have people that like to watch it in the afternoons or evenings when they're like cooking dinner and getting ready for, just got home from work kind of thing. Well, not everybody's going to work anymore, but you know what I mean? So that's why I moved it to noon, because it's like 6-hour difference for most of like the UK and some European countries. Some countries it's like 7 o'clock, there's a 7-hour difference. All right. Something's moving. I don't know what that was. I saw something moving under my monitor. Bugs. I don't like bugs. I mean, I'm not like scared of them or nothing, but I don't like bugs, especially in the house. They do not belong in my house. So, let's see. Any other updates? I finally got to pick an item for Ipsy this month. Last month, I logged in on the day that it said, and there was no option to pick. So, I got that done. I've had like sales either every day or every other day for the past like 2 weeks on Depop. I had an order go out this morning. It came in at like midnight last night. So I went ahead and got that ready and walked it out last night. So it was ready to go this morning. And I'm working with a jewelry supplier right now to get more body jewelry blanks made, because I basically run out of like the little top piece that you use for making dangle belly rings. I have a few left, but I don't have a whole lot. So I'm working with them to see how many different colors I can have made, the finishes and things like that. And so I'm looking at, several $100s worth of body jewelry purchases here soon, just for, that piece for a belly ring. And then I'll probably record the process of how I make belly rings. But I'm looking at getting, I think it's 14 shades, 14 different color shades for the gemstones. And then I'm going to have them do like titanium plating on one set. So they can do, I think it's 8 different colors of plating. And then I'm going to have them do gold plating over the steel as well, so that I'll have, standard silver, I'll have gold, and then I'll have the titanium plated ones that'll be like various shades, like blues and purples and red and gold and black and that kind of thing, so that the belly ring itself is that whole color. And then, of course, each color is going to have different gems set in it. So that's what I'm working on right now. My supplier that I used to buy from is basically shut down here in the United States for the virus stuff. And they referred me to another supplier that is owned by a family member of theirs. So I'm working with them right now because they're currently not in the United States and can make the jewelry and get it to me in like they can get it made and shipped to me within like 2 weeks. So I'm like, they have machines that make most of it. So it'll be nice to have other belly ring colors to offer. And then I don't mind switching colors out. So that'll be coming up. I got to get all my ducks in a row for that. And, I'm putting, every time I sell something on like Depop or my website, of course, I'm putting aside like 50 to 75% of that money so that I have the money to place an order, because just for an example, one set color of the belly rings, say 10 pieces. Okay. It costs me between $2.50 and $5 each to have them made with the little loop on the bottom. And then of course, the higher quantity I order, the cheaper they get. So I'm looking at ordering like 300 or 500 pieces. And so that's a lot of money. And of course, Dad's going to help me pay for some of it, but it's still a lot of money. So we're trying to work out, logistics and whatnot to see what can be done, and, feasibility for all of that stuff right now is what we're really looking at. Finances, and, since he just paid off the house, he doesn't have like a whole lot of backstock for money to sink, $5,000 into the business right now, which again is understandable. I completely understand where he's coming from when it, comes to that. So trying to move stuff. I forgot I was still logged in on WoW. Oh, that was another thing. We noticed that my dad's computer was like jumping and jerking, and it would load, and then he would get to moving, and then it would lock up again, and then it kick him back out to the desktop and then bring him back into the game. And so I lowered his video settings on his computer to like 3, and he was able to play for like a good hour before it started messing up again. So we ended up lowering them to 2, and here I'm playing at 10 and have no issues. Like I literally play at the highest level of graphics for this game and have 0 problems. And he's like super mad that I can play at the top of the line, gaming video capacity and have no glitches, no funky screens, no nothing. And I've been doing it while streaming at the same time. So you figure that's a whole lot of stuff running on my machine at once. And to have 0 lag, yeah, he's like all sorts of pissed off right now. He's like, I can't believe it. I gotta put, this is supposed to be some badass gaming computer, and I gotta put the graphics at like 2 just to play a video game. What the hell kind of shit is? I'm like, oh man. I was like, that video card that I bought with your money was the best set of money that I've spent of yours lately.
I can't carry anymore.
So he's like, mm-hmm. I was like, well, if your computer, oh, there it is again. Got it. I squashed it. I got it. I committed murder. I never kill bugs with just my hand. I always use like a tissue or a napkin or something. And because my nose is always running, I always have tissues. Actually, my nose is running right now. I've been living on allergy pills. I've taken so many allergy pills lately, I just left the bottle at my desk, if that tells you anything. Speaking of blowing my nose, I probably ought to do that. 1 second. That's one thing I will not let anybody suffer through, is watching me blow my nose. That's just not cool. I don't mind if you hear it. I mean, everybody's got to blow their nose at some point. But anyways, I'm surprised nobody else has come in here. I mean, I warned a bunch of people that I was going live. They're like, send us a message before you go live and we'll join you. Mm-mm. Right. Where are you? If you're going to join me. I know people are busy and people have family, and some people are still on like vacation and stuff like that. I understand. We all have lives. I still have a house to vacuum and in about an hour or two, I'm going to go hop in the shower. So I have a shower before Dad gets home from work. So that, because we're supposed to be working on something tonight with Randy and his daughter. So I want to make sure I get my shower so that way when it comes time for him to get his later, that he doesn't have to worry about me also being in the way and whatnot. It's like the other day, he went to go get his shower and what are you doing in there? I don't know. I walked around the corner, saw he was in there, and turned right back around and left. I didn't even know he was in my room. So 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and somehow or another there's always at least one occupied. And there's only 3 of us here. And I film in mine, so that's why mine's usually occupied. This liquid lipstick feels weird on my lips. It like kind of is dry, but kind of not dry. And it transfers on it. It's like transferred completely onto my coffee cup. So it's definitely not a transfer-free kind of liquid lipstick. I don't know. It just feels weird. Trying to move stuff from my bank vault to the main guild bank so that Dad has materials to do things that he needs to do to level up his skills. And I have to, you can only like mail 12 pieces or 12 items at a time. It's kind of a pain in the ass. But I sent like all the lower level pieces, parts to this guild here, which is just, it's just a banker guild. I don't even really play this tune. And I still have description boxes I'm working on my channel right now. I've got 2 done so far. I've got like 8 more to go. Lots to do, not enough me to do it. And there's certain things that I wanted to get done before my dad got home anyways, so. Not like it's a huge imposition. It's just things that I would like to get done because we've been gaming a lot lately. So the only thing I've really had time to do is keeping up the kitchen. And, you know, as we use dishes or like I make a meal or something like that, I've been cleaning up as that day so that I don't have to worry about waiting to do it. Oh, hey, Sylvia. I've been talking all this time to nobody. Nobody. I've been alone. Yeah, that's why I said that I started uploading my videos an hour earlier so that while you were doing like dinner and stuff, you could have something to watch. That's why I started uploading my videos at 11 a.m. my time instead of noon, so that when you were cooking dinner and stuff, you would have something. But I think, did you also apply for that BH thing that you sent me? Because I was curious to see if you also had applied for that thing. Was it the palette on the top picture or the palette on the bottom picture? Because, see, I was more drawn to the one on the top of the picture. I thought that was really pretty. And was it one of those things that you had to order it within a specific time it was gone, or did you have like a discount for it or a coupon or something that you had to use? Okay, yeah, that's the one I liked the best out of both of them. That's the one I would have gone for. Like my dad says, purples look good on me. It's probably because I have such a yellow skin tone, and yellow counteracts, or purple counteracts yellow. And for whatever reason, purple on my eyes makes my eyes like super blue. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was wondering if there was something special going on, which is why you wanted to use it.
Inventory is full.
Oh, shut up. Oh, wow. I've never ordered from eBay. I had somebody send me a cleanser of theirs. It's like Good Molecules or something. I guess that's the Beauty Bay skincare line. Yeah, my dad was telling me about that. I didn't realize Brexit was so bad as it is. I just thought that they were like changing the laws for a few things. I didn't realize that they had completely left the European Union. And that so what does Brexit do? Does it disallow people from other European countries from ordering goods and services through the UK? Is that what that's all about? Because I don't know much about it. So I was all confused when you said that you had to get it before Brexit. I was like, what's going on over there? Why is stuff so bad? And then he said, the UK left the European Union. I'm like, what? So he doesn't know a whole lot about it, but he heard it on NPR. So I guess I'll have to do some research and figure out what exactly Brexit is and what it does and does not allow. Because now I'm even more curious. Not that, that really affects me because I live in the United States, but I have people that are from other countries. I don't know why it just hid that message of yours. So before Brexit, as of right now, you can order from the UK to other European countries and not have to pay import taxes. Is that what I'm understanding? Because I know when you order from here and I ship something overseas, wherever my package is going, those people that are receiving it have to pay import taxes unless I mark it as a gift and put it as a value of like $1. That way, the only import taxes you're paying are for that dollar. Plus, it also makes shipping products like 10 times cheaper. I can mail the same package to you, like the package that I mailed in the past, okay? If I do not mark it as a gift with a value of $1, it would have cost me like $45 to mail it to you. Putting the value of it down to $1, but not marking it as a gift, dropped it to like $30. Marking the package as a gift, I could ship it for like $14. Is that not insane? And then, of course, if I mark it as a gift with a value of $1, you don't have to pay import fees on it because it's a gift. But if I mark it as goods and services with a value of $1, you're still going to have to pay import fees on that $1, which, if you ask me, is asinine, but Yeah, I don't blame them. I don't blame them one bit. There's a big spider on my computer screen. Oh, it's a mount. That's one fugly spider, dude. Vicious war spider. Increased ground speed by 60%. If that motherfucker was running at me, I'd probably go the opposite direction. Let me see if I can... Alright. I turned off what's it on my screen. Let me see if I can turn the camera around so you could see this big ass spider. There, now you can see it. Look at that big ass spider. Whew. Where is my shoe? Anyways. Big fucking spider. I like spiders. But that's a big spider. Oh. I turned off the edges and view and stuff so I could show you the spider without all the other crap on the screen. I forgot I didn't turn it back on. See, that's stupid. Whose idea was it for Brexit anyways? I mean, did they think it was going to make the country better? Is that why they decided to do it? I don't understand. I know I've heard nothing but complaints from my friends. I have a friend that lives in Wales, and she's forever complaining about Brexit with how difficult things are going to be. And they're part of the UK. So it makes me wonder if, like, other countries that are not owned by Britain are going to be affected. I think there's a part of Ireland that it's not part of the UK. And I don't know if there's like parts of Scotland that are not part of the UK, but it also makes me wonder about the entire empire. Like, are other countries that they own, are they going to also be affected by this Brexit? Yeah, I don't understand the politics of it either. It makes absolutely no sense to me. I don't know. I'll have to look at it. I'll have to pull it up and look at it when I have time. I'm typing and it's like jumping me around the screen. Ooh, my dad just texted me. I was trying to type out coffee earlier and it turned out to say cod fee. I guess my finger slipped and hit the D before the F. I was like, ew, that sounds nasty. Cod fee? He says, well, it couldn't be any worse than cod pea. Oh, that's bull. Yeah, because I know they've got all those like trains and stuff that run all around Europe that you can kind of get on and run from one country to the other in a short amount of time. But having to have your passport on you, I don't think a lot of people would even think about having that. And I don't even have a passport. So there's also that. Oh, shut up. Yeah, and in order to get a passport here, it takes like several weeks to get it. There's like a specific type of picture that you have to have for it, and there's very few places anymore that do those types of pictures. So I don't know if I would even be able to get one. but also, I don't think I would qualify for one because of my arrest back in 2010 was for domestic violence. Even though the charges got dropped, there was still it's still on my record. So a lot of countries wouldn't even allow me in the country because I've had a domestic charge. Yeah, it used to be like $68 in 6 weeks to get a passport before, plus you have to have those special little passport photos that I think now either Walgreens or CVS are the only places that do those kinds of photos now. You used to be able to go just about anywhere and get them done. Now you can't. And now I think my dad has like an old passport. I don't even know if he could get his renewed. But now I think it's like a couple $100 to get a passport, and you still have to wait like multiple weeks to get it. So I don't know. All I know is that I was told that because I've had a domestic charge that I would not be able to get a passport. I guess I could look that up. I talked to somebody that travels a lot, and they said something about that being a restriction. So yeah. My vape just dripped on my finger. All right, so this says things that disqualify you from getting a passport: felony drug convictions, which I don't have, child support cases, which again I don't have, and there's a video that just popped up. Go the fuck away. Unpaid federal loans. All I have is a student loan, so that shouldn't keep me. Minors without parental consent, and it says other factors. If the State Department decides that you are a real threat to national security or U.S. policy, you may be denied a passport. It says you will also be disqualified if you have been ruled legally incompetent, are subject to felony arrest, or have been forbidden by court order or on parole or probation from leaving the country. Also, your passport can be revoked and subsequent applications denied if you are found to have obtained a passport through fraudulent means. And then it has reasons for denial down at the bottom. The only thing it says about the felony or misdemeanor is for drug reasons that it would be denied. And I will never have a drug charge ever. Okay, it says what can keep you from getting a passport, and it goes into further crimes or felonies. Okay, it's crimes that include such restrictions include sexual offenses. The U.S. will also deny a passport to individuals who have arrest warrants for felonies issued by foreign countries, which I've never left the country, so. So Dad wouldn't be able to get his renewed due to the sexual offenses restriction, even though he was never convicted of it. He was still charged. I can't afford a passport anyways, Casey. But let's see. me look and see how much they are. Last time I checked, it was a couple $100. And it talks about federal loans or debt. It doesn't say what type. It says applicants who have not repaid loans received from the government for reparations or evacuation, whatever the fuck that is. I mean, I have a federal student loan, so I don't know if that would. Okay, an adult passport, the application fee is $110, and there's an execution fee of $35, which means the new total is $145 to get a passport. And there's a fee calculator on this thing I could click to find out how much it would cost. Yes, our rules fit the Florida laws, and you look at the laws in Georgia, they're like completely different. So each state has their own laws. It's like we are our own little like miniature countries built within a country. So each state has their own rules, regulations, guidelines for certain things. So say possession of a firearm without a concealed carry permit in Florida has X stipulations and follows also, X time in some sort of like judicial facility like jail or prison if you are caught carrying a concealed weapon without a permit. So if you go to Georgia, the rules on that are completely different. Or if you go to Texas, you don't even need a concealed weapons permit to carry. So it's like every state has their own rules and regulations and guidelines, and nobody knows what the hell anybody else is doing. So if you move from one state to another state and you do something in that state without knowing that it's against the rules of that state, like I heard something, there was a video that I watched from 101 Facts not that long ago where it said you cannot be in a bathing suit and sing on the beach in Florida because it's illegal. I'm like, what? You can't sing on the beach in a bathing suit because it's illegal? What the hell kind of crap is that? Yeah, I think as a United States, I think we need to be more united in how our laws are. But like I said, each state has their own rules and regulations and guidelines, like how some states have medical marijuana approved, but it's not legal to carry medical marijuana. Like in Florida, we got approved a couple years back for medical marijuana, but if you don't have your card with you and a doctor's note and you are caught carrying medical marijuana here in this state, your ass is going to jail. Period. No questions fucking asked. Doesn't care. They don't care if you have a prescription for it or not. You will go to jail. Done. And then you will sit there and wait for the court system to slowly get to you. And then they will be like, Your Honor, I have a prescription for this. And they would be like, well, how come you didn't have your doctor's note? And how come you didn't have your prescription? And I don't care. It was in a prescription baggie or bottle or whatever. They don't care about that. Cops see marijuana and they fucking arrest you. Period. You can't even smoke outside of your domicile with medical marijuana without being arrested. It's absolutely asinine. And then you've got places like Nevada where you can walk down the road smoking a joint. I'm like, okay. So it's absolutely crazy how they do stuff here. Yeah, our states here are so individualized, it's not even funny. Speaking of drugs, I took one of these yesterday about 3 o'clock, so I'm trying to stay on a schedule taking these. These are the non-drowsy allergy pills. They seem to be helping. I mean, it's not causing my nose to like run less or nothing, but Every little bit helps. Yeah, I wish we had universal health care, kind of like the UK does, Europe does, Canada does. Most other countries have universal health care. And I just found out recently, one of the hospitals that I prefer to go to in the county in which I live in, because there's only a couple of them, they got bought out by the teaching hospital up in a county a couple higher than mine, because they wanted to monopolize on the area's healthcare system. So the hospital, a couple counties higher than me, bought out 2 hospitals in my county so that they could earn more money. Doctors and stuff here, it's funny. I can go into my primary care doctor, and if I'm self-pay, it's $54. If I tell them I have insurance and they run my insurance, that bill is now $300 and something. And they charge the insurance company the $300 and something, and then they charge me $54. I'm like, wait a minute. So if I tell you I'm self-pay, you only charge me $54. But if I have insurance, you charge them, $200, and you still charge me $54. Can somebody do the math here? Because that just doesn't seem to add up to me. No, what Obama did was they added marketplace healthcare, which in order to apply, which I have applied, I've already applied for this coming year, but I don't qualify for it because you have to earn $12,600 in 12 months or 1 year, 12 months from beginning to end of the year in order to qualify for any form of aid. And because I'm in Florida, our Medicaid system here only goes up to age 18 unless you have a minor under the age of 18 living with you, and then you qualify for Medicaid. And I don't have a minor living here, and I'm well over 18, so I don't qualify for state health care, and I don't qualify for Medicare because I'm under 65. So if you are between the ages of 19 and 65, you're screwed when it comes to healthcare in my state, unless you qualify for disability, and then you get on Social Security SSI benefits, and they feed you through a system that's kind of half Medicaid and half Medicare, and the insurance is absolutely crazy, hard to understand. When I took my 215 classes and licensing for all of the life, health, and annuities and that kind of stuff, I tell you what, the healthcare part of that 215 license makes you want to rip your hair out. Right? So you said you have an extra room and I'm moving in, right? As long as I bring my makeup? It's not just the Republicans, Casey. The thing is, people like to say the Republicans are this and the Republicans are that. If you look at before the 1960s, how the Republican Party was before 1962 is when they had like a huge shift. There's a show, I think it's on Hulu, called Miss American or Miss America or something like that. It's a really interesting show. It has Cate Blanchett in it, and she talks about the stop ERA stuff. And I think that was very eye-opening for me to watch that, because a lot of the stuff that they discussed in that show I had never heard of. I didn't know anything about. I was absolutely mind blown by watching that myself, because I didn't realize that the Republican Party, which was all about helping the needy and the poor and feeding people that were hungry and that kind of stuff, that I didn't realize that something shifted somewhere along the way and they lost a lot of that and became what they are now. So the party that was all about helping people before is no longer like that, due to something that happened in the 1960s. Yeah, well, I think worldwide there should be some sort of, I guess you could say, united healthcare for like people should have access to food, housing, and medical. I think everybody in the entire world should have access to those three things. Those are the things that we need to survive, to live. So I think everybody entirely worldwide should have access to all of those things. And the fact that here in this country we have so many houses sitting vacant and empty because the banks own them, because people couldn't afford to live in them anymore. And now we have these tent cities that are popping up all over where people are literally living in less than livable conditions because they cannot afford a roof over their head. And I think that is a damn shame. But then again, I'm also opposed to war. I do not think that we need to be in somebody else's country fighting a war with them when we don't fucking belong there. That's their land, that's their property, that's their stuff, that's their fight. We need to bring our people home and stay the fuck home. Unless there's a threat physically against us here in this country, then don't go over there. We don't belong over there. That's not our oil. That's not our land. That's not our whatever the hell they're over there trying to control. That's not our business. We don't belong over there. We belong in our country, minding our own P's and Q's. I don't know. I think some of the common sense with people now has kind of gone out the window. And it's sad. It really is sad to see how some things are going now. And you're right, weapons are a huge business. And nothing will change as long as things are the way they are. I remember Desert Storm growing up. I had an uncle that went over there. My dad was in Vietnam, and I understand why we went to Vietnam and helped. I understand that. I also understand that another country asked us to go over there to help. But what I don't understand is we go to a country and we blow the hell out of it, and then we spend all that time and money to repair it after we blow the hell out of it. Oh, well, the people are starving. Well, we shouldn't have been there in the first place. So why are you going to rebuild something that you just destroyed? Oh, well, they were a threat. We had to take them out. Okay, so you took them out. Now what? You took them out because they were a threat. And now you have to go because you feel sorry about the people living there because they weren't technically the ones involved, or you had a miscommunication somewhere and you blew up the wrong damn country. And now we have to go over there and repair what you just destroyed. Huh. But they come over here and they blow up our stuff, like the Twin Towers or the Pentagon. Did they come over here and repair our stuff? No? How about all the countries that owe the United States money that they've borrowed for various wars that have never paid it back? But yet when they call and they need help, you go over there and you help. But you're still waiting on that money that they borrowed like how long ago? I don't know. The politics in this country really just make me want to rip my hair out. It really does. It makes no flippin' sense to me at all whatsoever. Anyways, rant over. I think every country has their flaws and their faults for some of the things that they do. And I'm sure we will never understand exactly why some countries do what they do, why some measures were taken when others were available. I don't know. That's one reason why I never pursued going to law school. I thought about it. I had all the letters of recommendation to get in, and I had studied for the LSATs, and I found that it honestly, I didn't want to. I mean, I enjoy the law. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy understanding the law and reading about it, and I get all excited when I see new things. And I used to get excited reading like court cases and stuff, but there's a lot of that stuff that kind of pisses me off too. So the way that, like I've said before, in one state things are done one way, and then in another state they're done completely different. So there is no like unity in how things are done. Yeah, I saw that he had approved something this morning. Doesn't sound like it's going to be a good deal anyways, but you know, it is what it is. I didn't vote for the guy in office. I don't like him. I don't want anything to do with him. I think he's a pile of human garbage. But some people absolutely like him. They love him to death. They would do anything for that man, and I don't get it. Yeah, I found the law very fascinating because there's so much information. But again, nothing is uniform. It's all basically everybody for the damn self. So I don't I don't know. I guess, and the funny thing is, if you live in one state, like I said, one law is in one state, one law is in another state. That's the same law, but it's completely different. So none of the laws completely match up. And trying to figure out what law goes where in what state, you'd end up ripping all your hair out trying to figure all that out. Yeah, I live in the Bible Belt, Casey. I know how those morons feel about him, and I do mean morons. There's I guess a YouTuber that is like so gung-ho Trump that she's like pissing off all her fans right now and making all these like really rude statements about people that don't love Trump, and I don't think that that's right either. I don't know. People make me wonder. They really do. They make me wonder. Make me wonder what the hell's wrong with them most of the time. But the girl that everybody's talking about right now about how she's so gung-ho for Trump, I didn't even know who she was until recently. I had never even heard of her. I don't either. If you ever figure it out, let me know, because he's a huge douche nozzle.
Go with honor, right?
Anyways, do you guys still want me to do like daily uploads for the rest of the month, or do you want to do like every other, like upload and then a live stream? Because I've got one scheduled for tomorrow, and then I can live stream. Let me see what that puts me at. All right, so tomorrow would be a video, and then the 30th I would do a live stream, and then the 31st I could do a video. So that's only 2 more videos that I have to get ready for like this month. Because as of right now, I mean, I've got plenty of stuff edited and filmed, and so that's not the issue. I'm just trying to figure out what's going to be feasibly the easiest thing to do. True, but I did say that, I would try and do a video one day, and then on the days that I don't have videos going up, live stream for the entire month, because I know everybody was like doing Vlogmas and stuff. Not that I really did Vlogmas, but Oh yeah, the today's video was some of the things on like how I edit and stuff like that. Well, Casey, the reason I did that was because people have asked me to do stuff like that before. So, people are curious about that. And I don't mind sharing behind the scenes looks and talking about what programs I use and Sylvia, I haven't done the same things that everybody else has done. I mean, I did makeup looks that were holiday inspired because my friend tagged me in something on Facebook, and I told her challenge accepted, and I did looks based on that tag. So even the videos that I've put up this month haven't been like what everybody else is doing. Oh, my dog is in the dog food. Boobers, you do realize you're a cat, right? He probably don't care. Food is food in this house, I guess. Doesn't matter who it's supposed to go to. As long as they got something to eat, they'll eat it. Put food down for the cats and the dog eats it. Put food down for the dog, the cats eat it. Okay. As long as you're eating, I don't care. You're a funny looking dog, son. Hi, baby. Well, why you got a grumpy look on your face? You come here. Bubby. You want to come here? He's shaking his head like his ears are bugging him. Which they probably are. I've taken him to the vet multiple times and had them check his ears. I've asked them to clean his ears, and of course, they won't clean his ears. I have been sent home with stuff to clean his ears, and it doesn't matter what I do. He forever is like shaking his head and acting like there's something wrong with his ears. And I check and check and check, and I don't see anything wrong with his ears. The vet's done swabs, and at one point he had this weird like yeast stuff growing in his ears, which is something I guess they get off their skin. So it's normal for cats to get it. But if you even think about messing with his ears, he's like, nope, don't touch my ears. Do not touch my ears. And he gets kind of upset about it if you do try and mess with his ears. So I don't know what to do for the poor guy. I'm back on the dog bed. Yeah, I tried not to do like what everybody else was doing because I never do what everybody else is doing. But that's also just me. I've always said, I film what I want, when I want, how I want, and I put it up. If people like it and they watch it, then that's fine. And but I try not to go with the whatever's trendy or whatever the thing is. And I'm sure had I done something that was more like mainstream or whatever, I would have more subscribers or I would have more followers. That's what people have told me. Oh, well, if you filmed like this or if you did this, you would have more followers or more subscribers. I'm like, but I don't want to have to go out and buy the newest thing every time it comes out and be the first to get it and pay, 30 something extra dollars to have like next day shipping. And that doesn't take hello? I have a kitty. A lot of people don't understand, even if you pay for like next day shipping or, fast shipping, doesn't mean you're going to get it next day. It means that once they get done processing it, come here. Hi. squishy kitty. Oh, your ears bugging you. I'm sorry. It just means that wherever you are in the order queue, once they process it, they will pay for the expedited shipping. But again, the shipping carrier is going to take however long they want to take to ship your item. My phone keeps lighting up. You want to go outside? Hug a kitty. Would you hug a kitty? Mama loves a baby. He's such a good boy. He slept out here last night in the dog's bed. He didn't even come to bed. Mommy had to sleep in the room all by herself. What if I had gotten scared? I needed my kitty. He is really a good boy. I don't know why anybody would have ever thrown him out. He's such an amazing cat. Cat hair on my chin. Don't know how that got there. What? I hear you, Perman. Are you comfortable? I know, I touched your head and stepping on my bladder. You just kicked to shift up, stepped right on my bladder. What? What are you looking around for? Ain't nothing on this desk for you. You left yard stuff on my pants. And cat hair. Yeah, some of my videos take off, but some of them take a while before they get any views. It's not really a big deal to me anymore. Like I said, I film what I want. I put up what I want. I do what I want. It's my channel. Yeah, I have another eyeshadow palette coming to me, but it is colors that I don't have in my collection. Doing those holiday looks really showed me what I was missing in my collection, like those really rich, deep, dark tones. I don't have a lot of those. So I think when I'm looking to buy something from now on, I think what I'm probably going to focus on are the colors that I don't have. So I have a ColourPop palette coming that's like really rich, dark berry tones. And I might, depending on how I feel and time and stuff, I might just randomly film a holiday look and edit it and get it up so that when it comes time for like, you know, October or December, like next year, that I'll already have all that stuff done. See, and I keep having people tell me that nobody watches tutorials on YouTube. And I don't technically do tutorials. I mean, I can. I just do makeup looks. And I know a lot of people really like the chatty get ready with me. But to be honest, I really don't have a whole lot going on. I mean, I could be like, I got up and I made a cup of coffee and I checked my email and cleaned out my spam folder and replied to a couple of business emails and logged into my website to check inventory on something for somebody and turned off a low quantity inventory notification this morning. I put 100 items on Depop on sale because they're doing free shipping on items over $30. So I put anything over $35 on sale for like 20 or 25% off today. I mean, basically that's what I've done today. So it's like doing a chatty get ready with me. That would be rather boring. I mean, I'm not I don't really do a whole lot. Oh, and I walked out to the mailbox and got mail, but it was junk. So I just threw it on my dad's desk and I'll let him throw it away. Yeah, and that's one reason why even if I list like what palette I'm using when I do makeup looks, people can use whatever they have as long as they've got similar colors, or you can do like the same type of look. Um, just do it in the way, like use colors that are flattering to you. You don't have to like recreate the same colors that I wear. You can do the same techniques that I'm doing to recreate something, or try to recreate them. Yeah, and nobody has to be perfect, because makeup literally isn't even skin deep, so it just all washes off. So if you screw up, just wash it off and try again. I know people that get really upset about making mistakes with their makeup, and then when they do videos on it, they like complain the entire video about how bad that was. Like, when I was doing my holiday looks and I said, I don't like how this turned out at all, but this is what I would do different if I was to do this again. And I try and approach things like that, because it might not always turn out. And instead of me washing it off, I use it as a learning experience for something that I could do differently the next time, or things that I wouldn't have done, or I won't do in the future because it didn't work out the way I wanted it to. Or it just could be the way that I applied it, or the way that I did it that didn't work out, and maybe I just need to try it a different way. When I try and recreate looks, I look at what they've done, and then I try and do my best to recreate what the person has done. So I might start incorporating, like, I know one person that I follow, she does like an entire week of like one brand. So she does like looks using that one brand for like every video that she posts that week. There are other people that they do like color stories. And I know I've talked about that in the past, about doing videos based around a color story or a color theme. And so I was thinking about doing something like that. But again, it depends on how often I'm posting, and I'm not posting every day. And I tell you what, trying to film, edit, and upload 1 to 2 videos each day was really hard. And I had no time to do anything. Like, I didn't play video games for like 2.5 weeks at all, like period, because I just didn't have the time. And I like to have that break from filming, editing, and uploading, so that I have time to do things like stripping my sheets on my bed. And I had 3 weeks worth of laundry in baskets sitting on the floor at the foot of my bed, because I didn't have the time to fold it and put it away. And one day I just finally said, screw it. And I went in there, and Dad and I put on a Netflix DVD. I got one sitting over here right now. We just got in Red Sparrow. Neither of us have seen it yet. But like, he sat there on the bed while I folded laundry and put stuff away, because I literally didn't have the time to even do like minor things like that. Like, I would use my makeup in the bathroom, and then I'd put it away like immediately. But then the kitchen, because I was in the middle of filming these looks, and they took me anywhere between 30 minutes and an hour each look, that's like 4 hours a day that I'm filming roughly. And that's not setup time, and that's not tear down time and washing brushes and keeping things clean. But then the dishes in the sink piled up, and then they overflowed to the counter, and then they overflowed to the kitchen stove. And I'm like, does nobody else in this house know how to unload and reload the dishwasher? Because I guess not. And I ran out of times. Oh, my friend Deb. Let me see if I can find her channel to link it. She's been doing I think Pat McGrath lately. I've watched like 2 of her Pat McGrath videos, and one of them turned out really pretty. It's like a blue to purple to like silvery look. It was really neat. I gotta get regular YouTube to load so I can grab her channel link. There she is. And I don't always comment on people's videos that I'm watching. Like, I watch stuff and then, all right, there's her channel right there. she just posted a thing on her YouTube saying she's got starter boxes for FabFitFun to give away. She said to email her. I'm just going to send her a direct message. I'd love to try it. She says all you have to do is pay a low shipping fee. Maybe in a week or so I can do it. Right now my funds are rather low. Yeah, it's a lot. I had 4 SD cards sitting up here on my computer and 1 plugged in, and I only have like so many SD cards before I run out of them. And I film until they're like half full. I'll film like 5 or 6 videos on one, and then I'll pull the card and upload the videos and then edit them. But I had so many videos already on my computer to edit. I had like 14 videos just for my main channel to edit. And then, of course, the holiday looks on top of that. So that was 8 more videos that I had to edit. It was too much to do. And I know a year ago I was doing daily uploads, but trying to constantly maintain those daily uploads, I burn out. I got nothing done. I was barely sleeping. I wasn't able to do anything that would be considered anything fun. So it was hard for me to maintain the daily uploads just because of how stressed out I was all the time. And I don't want to do that to myself. When I worked in the salon industry and I got to that point when I was doing hair that I needed a vacation, I knew there was a problem. It was usually, and it wasn't just working with the clients. I usually had absolutely no problems with a client. I might have, in all my years doing hair, only had a couple of bad clients or people that were difficult to work with. It was coming in and working a shift owned by another, for a company that was owned by either a mega corporation or owned by somebody, and then having the other employees that were supposed to come into work not show up. And then you have to deal with not only your clients, but then you have to deal with the clients that are coming in to see the girl that they're scheduled with, and she ain't there. And then you call her and she's like, oh, I'm running late. I'll be there in 15. I was like, well, you already have 2 people here waiting on you. You were supposed to be here at 9. And here it is 10:30. And you got 2 people that are still waiting. Why they're still waiting? I don't know. I'd have just said, fuck it and leave. But, some people are like really dedicated to their hairdresser, and they only want to go to that person due to how they shampoo or how they cut or how they style the hair or whatever. People always have their like stylist that they go to, and they won't go to anybody else. They'll wait for them to either come in or they'll come reschedule and come back at another time. And I mean, I guess that is not only a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing for the fact that, some people will literally wait, if you're running behind. It's not like it's a doctor's office where you kind of can't leave. You have to stay there because you never know when they're going to call you back. But at least with a hairdresser, you can always reschedule or go do something for half an hour and then come back and hope that they're ready. Or, usually we would call clients. We'd write a number down and then call them. But I don't know. When I get to the point where I'm frustrated and I'm burnout and it feels like it's a chore to go film, and I'm sure that comes across on camera, then I'm not going to do it. I'm literally not, which is why I film like a variety of things, because I get burnout doing the same thing over and over and over again. Like I've got a few ideas running around in my head right now. I've got several swatch videos that I need to get done. But right now, my heart just isn't in it to get those videos done, even though I've got everything ready to do it, or I've got everything pulled to film some of the like talkie videos. Until I get done being like burnout on that type of video, I'm not going to film it, because I don't want to come into a video and be like, hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about and I really wanted to talk about this because I mean, that to me, I just trying to watch it back to edit it, I would be like, ain't no point. Because if I don't want to watch it, nobody else is going to want to watch it. So it's just, those are the things that I think about when I'm filming videos or editing videos, is if my heart really isn't into it, then I don't film it. But I don't know. There's some people that I watch, and there's like 3 or 4 YouTubers that do this, and it kind of annoys me. And they're like, hey guys, I'm super excited today, or I'm really excited today to talk about this video. And you're like, but you said that yesterday, or you said that in your last video. And it's like, you can't honestly be excited about every video that you film. And then you get into watching it, and then you see that excitement start off here, and then it slowly does this, and you're like, oh yeah, you're real thrilled to be filming this video. So I look at that, and I try not to, I'm not a really hyper person. I mean, I can be, but normally I'm not. I'm like pretty level and even keeled. So even when I'm like super excited about something and my insides are like little jumping beans, I'm not like that on the outside. I'm like it on the inside. But again, people don't see that. I don't know. I guess it's because I'm different than most people, which, you know, we all should be different from each other anyways, because if we were all the same, that would be boring as hell. I don't want to be like nobody else, and I don't want nobody else to be like me. I like being me, and I like to be a little on the different side. And if that makes people dislike me, then c'est la vie. You know, you don't need that. You don't need that negativity in your life. Just be you, and if people like you for you, then that's all that matters. And I found with age that I really just don't care what people think anymore. I don't. Got like a bunch of windows open right now. I'm kind of jumping back and forth. I was just finished doing a description box, and I was pulling up the next screen, and sometimes that takes too long. So I'm occupying myself while I do that, while I'm waiting on it to do its thing. My finger itched. Somebody commented on my video earlier, and it looked like a rather disgusting YouTube channel. Looked like some porn site, to be honest. I reported it, of course. But when I went to reply, my comment like sat there like loading forever. Yeah, exactly, Sylvia. I mean, if you like me, you like me. If you don't, no skin off my teeth, to be honest. I mean, it really doesn't bother me one way or the other. But there are some people out there that get really upset about the fact that people don't like them. And it's kind of sad that that's how they feel. Because, you know, everybody wants to be liked. Everybody wants that acceptance and that, I don't know, that feeling that we get when people accept us for who we are. And when some people don't get that, they're the first thing that they think of is, well, what's wrong with me? Well, there's nothing wrong with you. It's just you're not the same. You're not what everybody else is looking for. Just be you, and the right people that will love you for being you, and then you don't have to worry about what everybody else thinks. And as long as you love you, then literally that's all that should matter. I see people a lot that don't like themselves, and it shows. And the fact that they cannot be alone by themselves, they can't handle it. If you can't go sit by yourself in your room for a solid hour by yourself, no phone, no TV, no radio, if you can't sit by yourself somewhere and find something to occupy you with just you, there's a problem. When I'm alone, like no phone, no music, no TV, no book, just by myself, I think about so many things. I always have something running through my head. Always. It never shuts up. It drives me insane. But I will, like, there are times when I just need to like decompress, and I will basically sit down and in my head argue with myself about things. And then exactly, Sylvia, Jesus wasn't loved by everybody, or Jesus, or Allah, whoever you call him, however you call him. But if you had, like, especially for me, I've had a really rough growing up. I was abused. I had a lot of different things happen to me. I've had health problems for a long time. And so there are certain things about my past that I'm perfectly comfortable talking about to anybody because I have worked on that stuff with myself. There are some things that still trigger me about certain topics. Pornography is one of those things that will probably always trigger me because of some of the abuse that I've been through. But it was probably one of the psychology classes that I took getting my master's degree. They had me there was a class called abnormal psychology. I also took criminal psychology, and I don't know which class was worse. But I think abnormal psychology, the way the teacher approached that class made me feel absolutely nuts. It was basically, he gives you a case study, and you work on that case study for the entire class. You have to study the person. You have to study their actions. You have to formulate an understanding about why they did what they did, how they did what they did, and the rationale behind it. You also have to look at their background to see how they grew up, to understand why they are the way they are. And it shows how that person was formed just by things that they went through in their life. And trying to wrap your head around a criminal and get in there and try and understand why they do the things that they do. And then he had us write papers that were like from the aspect of the criminal. I tell you what, that was probably the hardest class I ever had to take besides math classes. I hate math. I'm good at it, but I hate it. It was trying to get into the mind of a criminal, figure out why they did it, what they were doing, what the outcome was that they were trying to get, and what triggered them to do such a thing. It was really a lot to take in. So coming out of that class, having experienced all that, and I spent a lot of time crying while I was in that class. It was a hard class. I figured out that in order for me to get over some of the hurdles from the past that I have had, I had to sit down and dissect it like I did in that abnormal psychology class. I looked at what events led up to what happened, who did what, when, where, and why. And then I figured out how and what their outcome was for that. And then I looked at it from my perspective of what happened to me, why it happened to me, what led up to that happening to me, and what I took out of that situation. How did I grow? How did I change? What affected me in that situation? And I had to sit and think about all of these things, not only from my perspective, but from the perpetrator's perspective as well, to sit down and make peace with myself in order to move past that incident. So I find that a lot of people not only do not have the mental capacity to sit down and do this with themselves, they don't have the want, nor do they have the heart in order to get past those things. They don't think they can get over it. So then they put up a wall that allows them to be like, well, I'm not getting past that. There's no way. I can't get past that. Instead of realizing there's a way to get around the wall, either direction, you can just walk around it. Instead of looking at it like, I can't, you need to look at it as I need to, or I want to get past this. Until those things like click for somebody, they're going to be stuck on the other side of that wall without the understanding that they do have the strength, the mental capacity, the wherewithal to get past whatever that incident was in their life. And that's why a lot of people, they go to counselors and stuff for advice and to talk and help, that kind of thing. What the counselor is trying to get you to understand when you are sitting in their office, whether it's a psychologist or a licensed mental health counselor, or a psychotherapist, a psychiatrist, they're trying to get you to understand you have it within yourself to get past those things if you allow yourself to do it. It literally can be mind over matter. Yes, you're going to cry. Yes, you're going to get mad. Yes, you're going to be confused. Yes, you're going to have all of this other stuff. You know what? Get a notebook, write it down, write your feelings down, write how you felt, write a letter to the person that did this shit to you, if there were people involved, so that you can understand how things happen the way they did, how it changed you as a person, and how you can get past it. And by putting it all out there, discussing it, you don't have to talk to nobody else. Talk to yourself to get past those things. You will see a huge shift in your mindset. There's going to be a huge change within you, but you have to allow yourself to do that. And a lot of people, when they go to a counselor and they're like, oh, I went to counseling, it just didn't help. Well, did you allow it to help? Did you allow it to work? No? Well, then you're going to sit there and you're going to pay hundreds of dollars on counseling, and you're going to get nowhere because you were not allowing yourself to get better. And that's what that boils down to. So people that are like that cannot go by themselves and sit in a room for an hour by themselves because they can't handle it. Sorry, I was on a tangent, and so I wasn't reading chat. Let me get caught up. You know, Casey, the thing is, people need other people. I am perfectly okay living by myself. I don't need a significant other. I mean, granted, I love my pets, but I have lived in apartment buildings all by myself and been perfectly okay because I'm okay with me. I have no problems with me. Are there things I would like to change? Yes. And I am constantly working on me. If there's something that I think that I shouldn't be thinking, I have to understand within myself why I'm processing things the way I am. And then it has to be one of those talks that you have with yourself. Okay, I'm thinking this way. I don't want to think this way. Why am I thinking that way? And why am I doing it to myself? And what can I do to change that? Until you get to those steps, you're going to continue to do that instead of this. So I saw my mom of choice, Donna, post something on Facebook, was it yesterday, I think, about how, was it a day, a week, a month, something like that, of going through a certain time frame and not thinking anything negative, not saying anything negative, and not doing anything negative. And for me, that's hard because I'm a pessimist. I've always been a pessimist. The glass is half empty. Like, I have half a cup of coffee right now. I don't see the cup half full. I see the cup as half empty. And now there's less coffee in it. But there's more coffee in me. That would be the optimist. So it's hard for me to go through a day. Like right now, I'm cold. My feet are cold. My socks are on the floor. I could lean over and get my socks and put them on, but I'm going to go get a shower here in a minute. So that makes no sense to me. I could also turn the heater on. But again, I would have to get up, walk across the floor with my cold feet to turn the heater on. So the pessimist in me goes, well, I'll just put up with it. The optimist would be like, yo, dumbass, put your socks on because your feet's cold. I don't know. I approach things differently than most people. Uh-oh, I just locked up on my screen. Oh, well, I'm moving on my iPad, but I wasn't moving on my computer. Dun, dun, dun. Probably have way too many things open. I don't know. I'm happy being alone. You know, I do not feel that I need another person to complete me because I'm okay. You know, is it nice to have company? It is. If, you know, my dad's the same way. He was perfectly okay living by himself until I moved back in after my divorce in 2012. He was perfectly okay living by himself. My brother was an over-the-road truck driver. He was only here for a couple of weeks a year. But for the most part, my dad was by himself. He is okay to be by himself, but a lot of people can't do that. And so I guess that's probably where I get it from. But then again, like I said, I've always got stuff running through my head. And so I'm never alone. I always have me. So I yell at myself. I tell myself I'm stupid. I do really dumb things. I'm like, oh, you moron. What the hell were you thinking? I have no problem yelling and chastising my own self, which is also then turns into I have no problem yelling and chastising anybody else for that matter either. Not that it's appropriate, but I do. And if you do something stupid, I'm going to call you out for it. If I do it to myself, I feel that it's okay to do it to somebody else. I wouldn't tell somebody else something to their face that I wouldn't have already said to myself. And I also won't say something to somebody's face, or I wouldn't say something behind somebody's back that I wouldn't say to their face. It's just how I am. And I find that a lot of people are not that open. Like, why would you talk crap about somebody behind their back if you're not man enough to say it to their face? Grow some huevos, some cojones, get some balls, man. If you are willing to say that about somebody behind their back, you ought to have the guts to say it to their face. That's how I feel. Optimistic pessimist, that's kind of an oxymoron, ain't it? Well, I've learned a lot from the experiences I've had in life. I might not have been very many places, but I've experienced way too much for one person. And not all of them are very good experiences, but I have taken something from each experience and I have learned from it. And I have decided that I will be better. I will do better. I will change the way I look at things. Like, I could still be stuck like my parents, hating people for the color of their skin or judging people by their body size or where they're from or things like that. I could be like that. That's how my parents raised me. Instead, I'm the kind of person who's peace, love, and hug everybody, okay? I'm okay with liking somebody for who they are and not their color of their skin or what language they speak or where they're from or any of that, because that stuff doesn't matter. What matters is what's in here and what's in here. The outside packaging, though it might be nice, it doesn't have any influence over how I feel about somebody. So all these labels that people put on, oh, well, you shouldn't like them because they're from, well, why not? Why shouldn't I like somebody because they're from a different place or they look different than me? It makes no sense to me. I honestly cannot wrap my head around how people dislike people due to those factors. And if somebody could ever explain it to me, then you can try, but I probably still won't understand it. But I don't know. I view things differently than most people for a reason, because I've taken the time to look within myself and look at the things I don't like about myself. And I don't want to put that on somebody else. But I need to go. It's almost 4. Dad will be home anytime now, and I've got to get a shower before he gets home because there's a lot of stuff that we have planned to get done on the game tonight. I will try and live stream on Twitch tonight. So my Twitch is in the description box, but just in case, I will pull it up and link it. And if you follow me on Twitch, it'll let you know when I go live if you turn on your notifications on there. Like if you hit follow, it should notify you. It's not like YouTube where, well, I'd offer to have you come wash mine, but I washed all mine when I first got up, Sylvia. I'm trying to pull up. There it is. There's the link I need. All right. Here's the link to my Twitch. So when I go live over there, if you click follow on Twitch, then you'll be notified when I go live over there. And then you'll hear the half-witty banter between my father and I while we're playing, and or him cussing at the video game. You cocksucking son of a bitch. What the fuck was that? Oh my God, I locked up again. Really? What is wrong with you? Oh yeah, Dad was having a fit the other day, screaming at his computer. I was like, so. And one of the channels I follow on YouTube, which is MMO Byte, they also have another one, which is MMO Byte Mobile. I've been subscribed to them for a while. It's a husband and wife run channel. The wife actually came on my live stream the other day, and she was like laughing her butt off. So her husband was like, "What are you laughing at?" So he came over to see what she was laughing at. Oh, she was watching my live stream. So when I'm on my death knight, I do this thing. It's called blood boil, and I raise my sword up and I go like this, and then stuff around me falls over, and I'm like, "Man, all I did was raise my arms. Do I smell that bad?" And she was like dying laughing. I was like, "I swear, all I do is raise my arms and things fall over. Is my deodorant that bad?" And then she's like, "I don't know, but you got some rank looking feet." Because I didn't realize this, but every time I cast blood boil, there's this purple circle that spins around my feet, and it looks like this aura of stank around my feet. Let me see, since I'm on my death knight right now. Let me see. All right. I'm going to try and turn this around so you can see my computer screen. Whoa, too far. Hang on, I can't see what I'm doing. All right, let's see. You can kind of see what's going on. All right, so when I hit blood boil, let's see if I can move you up any higher. If I hit blood boil, if you look, my arms raise, and then there's a thing that goes around my feet. There's also, oh, I have to target something. Let's see if this does it. That's like leaves a red aura. Let me go find something to attack. I'm not really in an area where I can attack. Oh, shut up. There might be squirrels in here. Let me see. Any squirrels in here? What did they do to this room? Okay, no squirrels. What about the graveyard? Any squirrels in the graveyard? Anything I can attack? Anything at all? No. Oh, poo. Ain't nothing to attack here. Bye, Sylvia. Nothing to attack out here either. What the hell? I just want to blow something up, man. No, we're not doing that. All right, I'm going to have to fly somewhere really quick in order to show you guys. Because everything, I'm in Dalaran, so there's nothing to really blow up over here. Let me find like an easy place to get fuel. Yeah, there's stuff here to kill. Because in order to cast a lot of my spells, I have to have something to attack. Now, granted, doing this on my computer probably isn't the best. I don't know what that was. Well, I know what those are. That's an elite. I don't have a lot of stuff on me. I took a lot of stuff off my back. Okay. Let's go find something to beat on. All right, here's one spell I cast. No purple feet. What about this one? Nope, no purple feet. Nope, no purple feet. Where's the purple feet one? Hey, come here. Nope, no purple feet.
Inventory is full.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Can't carry any more.
Well, sorry about your luck. I gotta find stuff to pick on. How about that? Nope, no purple feet. 32,000 hit points. I'll take him. Hey, buddy, come here. Come here. I'm gonna show you something. Here, look at this. He's got twice my hit points, by the way. I picked up a crab, too. Here it is. Morrowind is what gives me the purple feet. There you go. And he's dead.
Inventory is full.
What do I have I can throw up?
I can't carry any more.
No, get off my screen.
Inventory is full.
Well, then get the hell away from it.
I can't carry any more.
Oh, shut up. Yes.
Inventory
Okay,
is
that's
full.
what I wanted. Itchy. All right, so that. Oh, look, another elite over here. Where's it at? Horde there. Leaders. Let's see what those guys do. Hey, come here. Oh, they're dead. Let's pick up this chest. I bet you there's something ugly in here, too.
I can't carry any more.
Oh. That's it? Y'all were the elite?
I need to target something first.
That wasn't a challenge. Go back to where I was. My bag is full because I was moving stuff in the bank. So anyways, yeah. So it's the second skill that I use that turns my feet purple, and I must have had that going on. And she was like, "Man, you need to wash your feet." I was like, "Hey, there's nothing wrong with my hooves." So anyways, oh, shut up! I'm on a flight path. I can't get off. Telling me about another boss that just popped up. So yeah. So anyways, they were laughing. at the commentary Dad and I were given from our gameplay. She's like, oh my God, what? I can't believe you said that. So I was like, hey, well, I swear to God, it must be my deodorant is broke or something, because every time I do this or I do this, everything falls down. Like, I think I need to look for a different deodorant or something. And she just laughed. Like, well, something must be wrong. I mean, they're just falling over. So it's nice that, you know, some YouTube channels that I follow, that I followed for a while, you know, pop into my live streams occasionally and say hi. Sometimes when Jason has time, he joins the live streams too. He sent me a game yesterday as a gift that I haven't installed yet. It's called Echo or something like that. It looks really interesting, but what it does is there's a AI system, and it's like a first-person shooter type game, but every move you make, the computer then can copy and use against you. So I don't know. I'll have to try it. So I can be funny. I'm not like technically funny. Not like some people. I like watching Jamie French, man. I bust up laughing watching her. Or Teresa is Dead. I like watching her because she's funny. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and go. When I get out of the shower, I'll do another makeup look. I did this 1 hour ago, so. Today's makeup. I didn't even go outside and record a little video that I usually do outside. And I don't know. You can kind of see the highlighter I have on. The battery in this thing's dying. Yeah, you can see the highlighter. It's just not picking up what color it is on the camera. Oh, and the lady that I linked her channel, it won't focus on my phone. She just liked one of my comments on her video. I don't usually comment on most people's videos that I watch, especially if I'm on my phone. Sometimes I do. Most of the times I don't. So, it looks one palette that I want to get filmed soon, or rather than later. So, I want to get that done. Anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream here. And tomorrow will be a painting video on my channel. And I did record, I made a roast for like Christmas. So I recorded that process. I made bread. I recorded that process. I made cheese logs. I recorded that process. And yesterday I did baked chicken and I recorded that process too. So there's 4 food videos right there that I filmed over the past week that I still have to edit that are on the camera right now. So yeah, well, allergies are kicking my butt, but thankfully these little pills are absolutely minuscule. Just a little Walmart version of an allergy pill. Look at how tiny this little thing is. So, 1 pill, 24 hours. It seems to help with the sneezing and the runny nose. I mean, it's like kind of stopped up. But anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. I've been live streaming for 2 hours. I will see you guys later. Have a fantastic day or night wherever you are. And if you ever want to see something specific, please let me know. And I will try and get it filmed if it's something I want to do. So. Yeah, I watched this girl on Twitter the other day wash her chicken in the sink with a soapy sponge. I about died. So I'm going to teach everybody how to do chicken, okay? You cannot fuck up baked chicken. It's really easy to make, and it does not include soap and water. So, and Deb just replied to me. So, anyways, I will see you guys later. Bye.